Why did Michelle Obama find it so important to be on iCarly? Were Miranda Cosgrove and Harry Styles secretly hooking up during his guest appearance? And did Victoria Justice's cameo almost spark a Nickelodeon tween queen feud? Hi, I'm Janet. Michelle Obama. Who could forget the iconic theme song lyrics? I know you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. And believe it or not, the lyrics couldn't be more true because the world just got a whole lot better ever since Netflix announced that it would be bringing us the first 2 seasons of iCarly, which means we're in for some sweet 2000s nostalgia. Ready to take a trip down memory lane in 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, as a true iCarly Nation member, you already know all of the shenanigans that Carly, Sam, and Freddie got into. And while all of their web series adventures brought us so many laughs, it's all of the famous faces that had us really shook. So it only makes sense that we begin this list with arguably one of the most important people in the entire world, Michelle Obama. Look, the truth is that while Carly, Sam, and Freddie may have had some pretty famous people on speed dial, this specific guest grants all of them the bragging rights of the century. The former First Lady guest starred as herself on an episode and helped the gang hack into a military network. So, what were they doing, messing around with military intelligence? Well, Sam and Freddie wanted Carly to be able to video chat with her dad, Colonel Stephen Shea, for his birthday. Now, obviously, if these guys are going to be doing some serious military invasion stuff, it's best that you have someone powerful on your side. And who better than Obama's better half? But the episode wasn't just about Carly being reunited with her dad. According to reports, Michelle wanted to be on the show. Not only was she a fan of the famous trio, but she wanted to use the episode as an act of support for the children of military families, an initiative called Joining Forces. Basically, the episode gave us all the things we could ever want: humor, heartfelt moments, and awesome friendships with Michelle Obama. What more could you ask for? One Direction. Directioners, we're pretty sure that this episode lives rent-free in your mind already, and for good reason too. I mean, can we just take a moment to appreciate when the boys were still together? Such happy times. And to make matters even better, they weren't going to just make a 5-minute cameo and call it a day. Oh no, the entire episode was about them. In this specific episode, the boys agreed to perform their hit, That's What Makes You Beautiful, on the iCarly web series. But tragedy strikes when Carly accidentally gets Harry Styles sick, and now she has to take care of him. Things get really interesting when we later find out that Harry was actually trying to prolong his sickness. Why? Because he liked Carly taking care of him. She eventually busts him for faking it and simultaneously crushes all of our Directioners' hearts when she does. The boys eventually go on to give the people what they want, which is an awesome performance. And to the shock of basically everyone watching, Carly and Harry didn't end up together. We could only ever dream, right? The two also weren't dating behind the scenes either, contrary to a few rumors and eager fanfic. They kept it strictly professional, okay everyone? Victoria Justice. If we are being completely honest, it seemed that back in the day, everyone was looking for a little Nickelodeon scandal. We had seen it over at Disney, but everyone was just waiting for some good old Nickelodeon drama. And then they decided to have Victoria Justice guest star on an episode, and it was enough for everyone to assume a tween queen feud would begin. In the very famous Nickelodeon crossover, Victoria took out a day from filming her own show, Victorious, to come and play on the set of iCarly. In the episode, Victoria gets out her best game face as she took on the character of a strong, mixed martial arts fighter named Shelby Marks. A little different from her Hollywood Arts high school, right? Carly and Shelby agree to a match where they will ultimately fight for charity. Anyway, with drama on the brains, fans were quick to assume that the real fighting wasn't happening in front of the cameras, but in real life between the two actresses. But they were quick to put all the rumors to rest. In fact, the two actually got super close after wrapping the episode, bonding over their Nickelodeon backgrounds, fame, and starring in a hit series. Miranda and Victoria clicked instantly. So, if you were looking for a little drama, you'll have to look elsewhere, because the gloves definitely weren't coming off with these two girls. And we love it. Oh, and speaking of things we love, we'd love it if you give this video a like, and make sure to subscribe to our channel to receive more behind-the-scenes scoop. Jordan Fisher. We loved when Jordan Fisher from To All the Boys made a cameo. Before Fisher was sparking the much-debated John Ambrose versus Peter Kavinsky debacle, he was speed dating on iCarly. Yup, it seems he can't get enough of the ladies. And thankfully, we can't get enough of him. In the episode titled I Speed Date, the gang created a speed dating contest to see which lucky suitor would be able to take Carly to the school dance. Obviously, he was a worthy contender, but it turns out that he didn't exactly want to take Carly on a date. He just wanted to kiss her. And Carly's older brother, Spencer, wasn't keen on what he was hearing. Do you remember who Carly eventually ended up going to the dance with? Test your knowledge in the comments section below. Jim Parsons. Okay. There is really no one that the casting directors of iCarly couldn't get on the show. Seriously, I mean, how is it that they have access to everyone? Even Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. Now, we know Sheldon to be a character that claimed to believe that he was way ahead of his time, so playing this specific character on iCarly seemed like the perfect fit for the actor, who was yet to take on his breakout role in The Big Bang Theory. The future Emmy-winning actor had his moment on the famous preteen web series, when he eagerly played the role of Caleb, a psychiatric patient who thinks he hails from the future. He quickly becomes close with Carly and co. when they end up visiting the ward. However, it seems that he cannot stop running around, giving people strange and false predictions. Naturally, this makes for some rather chaotic and comedy-filled fun. So, if this level of humor, drama, and celebrity appearances sounds like your kind of thing, then you need to get watching this episode. This episode aired in Season 4. You're welcome. And while we won't spoil all the fun by revealing exactly what happened in the episode, just know that he definitely, without a doubt, made a big bang. Sorry, we had to. Emily Ratajkowski. If we were to look at the kind of guests that the iCarly group have had, it's pretty safe to say they've covered all of their bases. They've got a White House official, a boy band, a TV show host, and now a supermodel. Yup, back when Emily was just 18 years old, she featured on the show and played Gibby's girlfriend. And well, Freddie, Carly, and Sam were probably just as shocked as you. In the Season 3 episode, Sam tries to pity-ask Gibby to the school dance because she doesn't have anyone else to go with. And he totally rejected her because he was in a relationship with his new boo, Tasha, aka Emily Ratajkowski. But this is where Em proved that she wasn't like the other guests that had been on the show, because the model was able to secure 2 episodes. After shocking everyone with their surprise romance, Gibby and Tasha get into their very first fight. At Carly's party, Tasha accidentally falls on Freddie, which makes Gibby think that she cheated on him, causing the two to break up for a hot second. But with Freddie being the perfect camera guy that he is, he pulls out the tapes from the party and proves that he wasn't kissing Tasha. He just fell, and everything was restored. Whew! Drake Bell. This specific guest appearance is quite a special one because Drake Bell being on iCarly almost broke the internet. Now, if you find yourself scratching your head wondering why Drake being on iCarly was such a big deal, we're happy to jog your memory. Back in the Drake and Josh days, Miranda Cosgrove actually played Drake's younger sister Megan. Remember now? So it's understandable that fans were totally freaking out. Now it is worth mentioning that Drake did only make a small appearance in the blooper episode. In it, he walks in and asks, "Hey Megan, where's Josh? Where's Mom and Dad?" Obviously referencing their characters on Drake and Josh. Now, whether that was filmed on purpose for the blooper episode is unknown, but what we do know is that this was the cameo of our dreams. Jack Black. Yes, Nickelodeon was oh so kind to give us a School of Rock reunion between Miranda Cosgrove and Jack Black. And it really was everything. Funny Man Jack starred in an episode, I Start a Fan War. And well, the episode title basically tells you everything you need to know. Basically, Jack plays Aspartame, a character from the World of Warcraft parody, World of Warlords, who happens to be Spencer's arch rival. So naturally, in a situation that can only be described as boys being boys, the two decide to go head-to-head. They battle it out at WebbyCon, where they both dressed up as their favorite medieval-themed video game. But then, Carly accidentally kills Jack Black's character when she rips off his jeweled necklace, which acts as his life force. But in real life, there was no bad blood between Miranda and Jack. In fact, they were both pumped to be reunited. Jack Black is one of the funniest people I know, and it was wonderful working with him again, said Cosgrove. Now excuse us while we go find that episode again. Jane Lynch. Glee fans, this specific cameo is for you. When we found out that Jane Lynch was going to be on iCarly, we knew that this was going to be an episode we would never forget. The promos had us excited. Her signature sass was still there, and we were finally seeing who Sam's mother was. In the episode, Sam gets into an argument with her mom and decides to move in with Carly and Spencer, but Sam quickly begins to wear out her welcome, and Carly comes up with a tragedy to get Sam to move back home. It would be sneaky, but she had to do what she had to do. To help get Sam and her mom talking again, she suggests that they attend family therapy in order to work out their issues. And as you can already guess, Jane Lynch was absolutely comical in this episode. Even when dealing with her tough relationship with her daughter and a whole bunch of arguing, it is still one of our favorite episodes. Help us rate the iCarly guest appearances from best to worst in the comments section below. We'd love to know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.